And now, as we know, entire neighborhoods have been wiped out by these wildfires raging in LA, thousands of people displaced. According to a study from the University of Washington, wildfires can worsen mental health, causing anxiety, depression, even PTSD, which we hear a lot of people experiencing right now. So here to talk about how wildfires impact our mental health, we're so glad to have Dr. Jennifer Dragonette with Newport Healthcare. Doctor, great to see you this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
So let's talk about this. How can wildfires affect people's mental health? So many people are, touched by this in one way or another.
Mhm. So you're exactly right. Wildfires can increase anxiety and increase depression. Part of what happens is we start to feel so out of control, and we really are. So, as humans, we go through a lot of our lives imagining that we have control over things. And when something like a wildfire happens, it makes us realize that we're just human. And it can throw a lot of our assumptions about the world into question.
Mm.
PTSD is one of those things that forms over time. And so, if people are noticing really intense stress reactions, it's important to get treatment soon to try to head that off.
Okay. I know that definitely was something I think a lot of us can relate to. You plan for a future, you plan for a life that you want, and then a fire comes and changes everything. For so many, as we've been reporting, 12,000 structures destroyed in LA. So many people are here in San Diego right now. They're looking for, a place to stay in the time being. Their homes destroyed, their lives destroyed. Tell us how these people who are watching right now can process such a loss.
Mhm. Well, I love that you use the word process. It is really important to be able to talk about this, and that's going to look different for every person. Also, people who haven't been displaced by the fires, people in San Diego who are taking in friends or family or who are in the smoke. Right, we all experience trauma in different ways. So usually when we have a trauma reaction, our urge is to isolate, to hide, to shut down. And it's really important when we can to start turning to people, asking for help, trying to recognize if we're getting stuck in a shame spiral because we didn't cause this. And often when we reach out for support, we realize we're not alone.
Mm.
So that's an important piece. I would also say that, it's important to stay attuned to what's happening, and then it's okay to take a break from social media, from the news. Like a lot of things these days, the fires are getting politicized, and that can be really traumatic to people just trying to go next step in their life.
Yeah, that stirs up all kinds of other emotions. The images are so hard to see over and over again. Many of us know people who've lost everything, and so many of us want to help them. What's your advice on how we can help them out?
hmm So there are some great big organizations that are providing a lot of help. ca.gov/LA Fires is a great resource. But in terms of our ability to support our friends, what I found, I'm in Northern California, and of course we went through massive fires about
Right.
7 years ago. And what we've seen is offering to help friends is great, but showing up with help is even better. Or welcoming a friend into your home for just a home cooked meal or a movie night, something that feels normal, because right now people who've lost their homes are getting a lot of, let me know if I can help, how do you need me, and they're very overwhelmed. It's going to take people to even recognize what they need. So if you have the ability to just invite a friend out for lunch or show up and talk with them or just sit with them and hold their hand while they cry or process,
Mm.
help them remember what was in their home so that they can make lists of items for insurance. Real concrete help is often the most supportive at this time.
Okay, put yourself in their shoes and see what they need and just do it for them. That's great advice. I know laundry's been a big one. I'm telling my family, please come do your laundry at our house. The threat of natural disasters, it's real here in California. It causes anxiety just thinking about it. What are your tips on dealing with that? We only have about 30 seconds.
So I think just remember that everybody processes anxiety and grief differently. You may not feel it immediately, and that's normal. You might feel it weeks or months from now. Remember to pull together as a community. And for those outside this area, even months from now, people will still need support. So keep asking, keep checking in. This won't be over today or tomorrow.
Right, years ahead of rebuilding. All right, doctor, thank you very much for your insight this morning with Newport Healthcare. Great to see you.
My pleasure.